Oh, I put it on my foot backwards. Oh my God. That's nice.
See you. Have a good night, eh, George?
Great.
One of the things I like about Jack Powers is that he gives everybody an opportunity to read. I have been reading for Jack Powers for on and off for a good many years. I don't even remember how many years. It's way, way back in time. Guys like Lawrence Berlinghetti and Robert Bly read for Jack Powers, and people like Elizabeth McKim and Aldrich Knight. The thing with him is that he wants to hear something that's real. It doesn't matter where it comes from, why it comes from that spot. And what makes him a unique person is that everybody gets an opportunity to read. He's one of the few people in the Boston, Cambridge area that gives everybody an opportunity to read, and I appreciate that. And so let me just read the few poems I have here tonight. One of the things that I want to do is read a few poems from India. I went to India recently in December. I spent the whole month of December in India, and I read in the paper that Aldrich Knight and Elizabeth McKim were going to read tonight. And particularly for Elizabeth McKim, I decided to come here. Without being announced, I told Jack I was going to read over the telephone, and he wasn't there to get the message, but he was going to let me read anyhow, so I thought that was pretty nice. The first poem I'm going to read is Thinking of Madras, which is in India. It's December here, but unlike anywhere I know, onshore winds of Madras do not concentrate like New England, say. Still it moves stones. This beach is tender underfoot. Some fishermen who row my approach pull seashells from their shore-bound dugouts. One says, "No work today, boss. I'm Christian man, big family." He blows from a conch shell a sound that could cut a fog. 20 rupees as it stands. I hand him 10 and take the shell. I'm back home near Boston. My son needs to hear again of the shell on my mantle. Its blast over stormy seas the fishermen know take but give back. My son blows high through a small hole in the endless spiral. Not a sound of the spent hiss of something far off, a wind escaping, barely reaching a flame. This is called Space. It's a very brief poem about space. The space you're closed in on will set free in the rain, I declared to the umbrella. And I said to the rain, it will dodge your drops without a dousing. Meanwhile, I'll pull my shadow from its cast and hide where no one will know between the four of us, I said. Pondicherry Ashram. Contemplation through a ruby, the odor of burning, flowers, ash dust, sun bending over the roof, my bones on fire, earth aglow, fountains that speak, Sri Aurobindo's rest, the mother coming in feathers of union, the great tree, the doves weaving in and out, my presence, not to speak of, but part of a signature, the power that was, is, what I can never be. From a vortex to India. I'm watching a man enter a temple across from my hotel. He emerges in about the same time he did the previous day. 3 red-tailed hawks over the city are balanced fixtures in the air I'm breathing. A mixture of spices and life going as slow as it came. I am inclined to drop a coin to its destiny. A holy man waits in the streets. I can see the shore through layers of rising heat. Sons of fishermen, too young to go to sea, play cricket in a motionless sun. I finish a letter to my boys in America. I tell them about Bombay, a great city, because I'm too much in awe to listen what is otherwise. The traffic circling below is a myriad of sounds, rising, always rising, as the hawks have moved across the bay, and the people beyond their binding streets. All things move in India moves. I hear chanting across the rooftops in Hindi to a fixed and permanent God. Goa. Goa is a beautiful beach in India. It's almost too beautiful to understand. It's a contrast to what goes on in India, but I'll read it anyway. It's called Goa. The sky is punctured red along the ridge of the land, and just miles within eye range, green trees run into blue like a watery painting. A woman with a basket on her head comes into my view, shading the sun with her body. She slices a pineapple. It looks like the sun has been halved, bleeding into my lap. I drink the water of the land. My eyes, my mouth, my fingers stick to it. I back into a wave. People of the sun point to me and smile, and I smile easy as the sugar of this day dissolves into the sea. And poem, very brief poem. He's blind, and he says, it's called Poem, very brief poem. He's blind and says he sees like the flower sees when the sun comes, when the moon is slithered. The eye of an iris. They face the sky and flash across the fields. Who is hurt blind as an iris? Who will declare them so? And finally, horse. When I come back from my journey, I search my mail for the month of December. None of the poems I sent were returned. Because rejection is not in this bundle, I go to the next thing, remembering last summer's birthday horse for the girl next door. The way he pushed his head through the closed window of the converted tool shed, his long face in the flower box, scratched and bleeding. He was the only one there, not confused, eating the roses as if they were thornless, and twitching his ear the way a horse does when he wants to say, "I'm only a horse."